Have you ever wondered if those miracle weight loss drugs are just too good to be true? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over why this is true and the pros and the cons. But also wait to the end of this video where I'm going to give you your own actionable steps for your own weight loss success without having to jab your ass with a needle. So first of all, who the heck am I, right? Am I just some guy, some jack guy in a stringer who's going to talk shit out of his ass? No, okay? I am someone probably in your exact same shoes at one point or another. I was over 360 pounds at one point in my life, and I lost over 150 pounds. I got a bunch of certifications, took a bunch of courses, blah, 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 blah. I also went for surgery, and I had skin removal surgery, because when you lose that much weight, that's kind of what you got to do. You don't have to, okay? This is what I looked like before the skin removal surgery. This is what I look like after, okay? So now before we get into this video, I don't want to bore you to death, but please drop a like. If you find this helpful, just stop, pause the video right now, drop a like. It gets more people to watch this, to get people to more educate themselves on doing stupid stuff like Ozempic, okay? And just so you know a little bit more about me and that I'm not just talking out of my ass, here are some of my best clients before and afters. We have Kim, she lost over 100 pounds. Daniel lost over 100 pounds. Mike lost over 100 pounds. Sammy lost over 120 pounds. Colin lost over 150 pounds. Rogie lost over 80 pounds. And these are just some of the most recent ones that I've had to date. Okay, so today, we're going to unpack everything you need to know about the popular weight loss drug like Ozempic and what they actually do to your body. So first of all, what is Ozempic, aka semaglutide? So how is this supposed to work for weight loss? Ozempic generally is a medical device or thing developed to treat type 2 diabetes. Okay, this was not originated to cure weight loss. It works by mimicking a hormone called this that targets areas of the brain which regulate appetite and food intake. Okay, so when you use it for weight loss, Ozempic affects the brain waves basically to help people feel fuller sooner and longer after eating, which could lead to a decrease in overall caloric intake, consequently weight loss. Okay, so now let's go over the pros and cons. Okay, so pros, it's going to obviously reduce your appetite. So by reducing your appetite control in the brain, Ozempic can help reduce the urge to eat. But you can also do this with a lot of other strategies, which I'm going to get into later in this video, right? Without having to jab your ass with a needle, okay? It's going to delay your gastric emptying. So Ozempic slows down your digestion, which helps extending the feelings of fullness after meals. But this is not a good thing, which we're going to get into with the cons. And lastly, blood sugar regulation. So for those with diabetes, this is the only time I would recommend Ozempic is if you actually have diabetes. But most of you watching this, if you have type 2 diabetes, it's because you put yourself in that position. How do I know? Because I was a former type 2 diabetic, right? So instead of jumping the gun and taking the quickest approach to lose weight and just putting a needle in your ass, this really isn't the option, okay? So let's go into the cons. First of all, huge gastrointestinal issues. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation, and this can range from mild to severe and may persist as long as the medication is used. You know how at the end of these commercials, you see like, oh, just ask your doctor about Ozempic. And then you have some voiceover guy, and he's like, you can't understand what he's saying because he's talking really fast. This is what he's saying, right? Now, there's potential for serious side effects. Ozempic can, and probably will, cause more serious side effects, such as pancreatic inflammation, aka pancreatitis, okay, your kidney problems, possible thyroid tumors, including cancer, okay? And then risk of hypoglycemia. In patients with type 2 diabetes, especially when used with other diabetic medications, there is a risk of low blood sugar, which can be dangerous. Now, this is really important. That's why I bolded it and underlined. If you are actually still watching this video at this point, you need to understand this is not a quick fix. It is important to note that Ozempic is not a substitute for diet and exercise. I know it's a crazy concept, okay? This works best in combination with a dedicated lifestyle change. Okay, it's the same thing. If you take steroids and you sit on the couch, you're not going to magically build muscle. If you take Ozempic and you sit on the couch, you're not going to magically lose weight. You might for the first month or two, but then you're going to become dependent on this, and you're going to start eating less and less and less and less. And then what do you think is going to happen when you stop? You're going to bounce. All that weight's bouncing back like a boomerang, right? So this leads me to my last point with the cons: dependency and withdrawal. Long-term use will lead to dependency. And sudden withdrawals or discontinuation will lead to withdrawal symptoms, emphasizing the needs for doctor supervision when stopping the drug. But to be honest, what's a doctor going to do when you're starving all the time? He's going to tell you to eat less. My family doctor, when I was as big as I was pretty fat himself, right? Okay, Moving on. Now, I had a client. I still have a client. He's from the UK. Shout out to Steve. You're probably watching this. He did it. It didn't help him with shit. He was over 400 pounds. He was a diabetic. Doctor told him to go on the medication. Did that help him lose weight? No. It helped him like depend on it, and then gave him, like the cons, it gave him a dependency. So when he when he got off the drug, he gained more weight back, right? Hello. I lost over 150 pounds. I did not need it. I didn't need gastric bypass. I didn't need gastric sleeve. I didn't need Ozempic. You can do it. And now here is your action plan for success. Okay. So here are the actual alternatives. Because look, I am not some just generic Joe Schmo who's going to spew shit on the internet, who's going to just tell you all this stuff and then not actually set you up for success. So if you follow the next actionable game plan for your success, you will get success, but you need to take action and willing to do it, right? So here are some alternatives to the non-set medication. And that can be the same for Ozempic. A new one, a big trend, a fad is berberine, right? All this is an appetite suppressant. But hear me out, call me crazy. Instead of an appetite suppressant or eating less, maybe eat more. Actually, eating more might be the answer. And I know that's crazy, okay? So here are some sustainable alternatives for weight loss that have worked for me and literally over 100 clients that I've helped lose 50 pounds, okay? So number one, set realistic goals. Now, I don't want to make this video very, very long because let's be real, everybody's attention span is the size of a peanut thanks to TikTok and Reels and all that jazz. But I have a video. This is the really nice thumbnail. Shout out my thumbnail guy, okay? It's called How to Set Smart Goals or How to Set Goals. And this is a thumbnail. It's on my page. So you want to begin by setting achievable weight loss targets. Aim for 1 pound or 2 pounds per week is healthy and sustainable. Notice the key word, sustainable. This is a lifestyle change. You're not going to go from 100 pounds overweight to losing 100 pounds in 2 months. Even if you pulled off the miracle and you did that, you pulled some David Goggins shit. David Goggins is mentally deranged, and I mean that in the greatest way possible. Most people do not have the mental discipline or fortitude to continue that. They're going to gain all the weight back. Okay, so watch this video breaking down exactly how to set up your best goals or smart goals. Okay, I made that a month ago. Number 2, nutrition improvement. Eat balanced meals. So you want to focus on incorporating a variety of protein groups in your meals. More protein. You want to eat more food. I eat more food now than I did when I was fat. The only difference is I ate a lot of fat and no nutritional density. Okay, so more proteins, whole grains, vegetables, all that fun stuff, and portion control. So maybe use smaller plates, check serving sizes on your labels, and be mindful of the quantity of food consumed. Call me crazy, maybe use a food scale or measuring cups, right? And here's a big one, plan your meals. Prepare your meals ahead of time to avoid last-minute unhealthy choices, aka meal prep, okay? And you don't even need a meal prep healthy shit. You could meal prep somewhat unhealthy shit, and it's still going to be better than going to McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever else on the way home from work. Number 3, crazy concept. Move more. You want to find activities you enjoy, okay? Now that could be whether it's walking, it could be cycling, it could be swimming, it could be biking, it could be group sports. Whatever engagement activities that you love make exercise less of a chore. You could literally do chores as exercise. You can clean the house, okay? Now consistency is a huge key part of this. So aim for at least 150 minutes of some aerobic activity or 75 minutes for vigorous, but let's be real, if you're over 300 pounds, do not worry about that. Vigorous activity, I would not recommend. You're going to be gasping for air. You're going to hate it. You're going to feel like shit. Don't do that. Okay. It's recommended by health professionals because your heart, you want to improve your heart, your cardiovascular system. I, as a former fat person who weighed over 350 pounds, would not recommend that. Okay. And strength training. Here's a big part of this. Incorporate muscle strengthening activities into your routine at least 2 days a week to build muscle mass and increase metabolism. I have another video on this page. It's called How to Lose Body Fat or Belly Fat the Real Way. That video breaks down everything you should do as a beginner, progressions, regressions, has videos. It's a great video. Or you can check out the school. More on that later. Okay. Number 4, brain changes. Okay. Mindful eating. Focus on slow eating and stop when you're full. So go to satiation. Don't force feed yourself. And avoid stuff like watching TV or smartphones while you're eating, because all that's going to do, you're distracted, right? So you're just going to eat more and more and more and more. Crazy concept, sleep well. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep, because poor sleep will affect hormones and regulate your appetite and weight. I have many videos breaking down sleep and testosterone. It goes hand in hand. Huge part of this. Stress management. Don't be stressed. Do some meditation, deep breathing, all that jazz, or smoke some pot. Okay. It's easier for me to say than do that. I'm guilty of it myself. Sometimes I get stressed out. All right. So the world's stressful. Okay. Number 5. Here's a great one. Here's a big one. Okay. Join my school. All right, look at this amazing thumbnail. Okay, but you can share your journey with others, and in this school community, it will provide you motivation, accountability, and amazing free resources. Okay, I put this note in for me. Basically, in the school community, I will show you very briefly. Okay, we will go to the classroom. We got stuff on nutrition fundamentals, cardio, exercise. I have literally videos of me showing you what to do, like cooking, recipe videos, sleep, a whole module on sleep. Okay, so this is just the tip of the iceberg. All right, this is free. Okay, moving on. Consider expert guidance. More on this later, but consider setting up a consult with me, and I can provide you a personalized plan and custom game plan based off of your specific needs. I'm not going to tell you to take Ozempic. I'm not going to tell you to go for surgery. I'm going to give you an actual game plan that you can fucking implement so you can lose weight like today, starting today. Okay, I can't promise you you're going to lose weight the same day we have a call. Sorry. Okay. Now, numero 60. Use apps and journals. Okay, so regularly record your food intake and physical activity to monitor your progress and adjustments. Check out this video. This is a video breaking down how to use MyFitnessPal. That's what MFP stands for. Okay, so how to track macros like a pro. That video breaks you down how to make an account, how to go through everything, how to set it up on MyFitnessPal. Okay, if I remember, I will try to link all of these videos that I'm giving you in the description below, but I probably forget, and that's why I'm showing you the thumbnail. Okay, now, number 7, be patient and persistent. Understand that real sustainable weight loss takes time. Okay, I'm a kind of an anomaly. Okay, I lost like the first 120 pounds in like 14 months or some shit like that. Okay, I will be having a full video on my website on this YouTube. It's probably gonna be pinned. I don't know if it's by the time this video comes out, but the video on the homepage, the pinned, it'll be my story. I won't ever remove that. It'll be like 20 minutes long. It'll be my story, and it's gonna explain to you everything I went through and the struggles and the tribulations and all that jazz. But the moral story is, it still didn't take me 2 days to lose 150 pounds. It took me 11 years of neglect to get to that point, right? So celebrate your small victories and stay committed to your long-term goals. It's just not going to happen overnight. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. Okay, now, if you're actually ready to take health into your own hands, and let's be real, you probably need a bit of help, and that's okay. I hired a coach 10 years ago, okay? I love him. If you are finally sick of being sick and tired, and you want to have the ability to not be winded walking up the stairs, you want to be able to live longer for your kids, you want to be able to be around so you can walk down the aisle, or maybe you want to be able to play with your grandkids. You want to be able to retire pain-free, stress-free, and not have to constantly worry about when the fuck your next doctor's appointment is. Then, I would highly encourage you to book a free custom game plan chat with me today so we can do that together and talk about your pros, your cons, your likes, your dislikes, and create you a custom game plan. This is what it will look like. It'll be in the first link in the description below. Now, we will speak soon, or I will see you in the next video. Please, if you're actually watching this 13 minutes in, I commend you. You have the attention span longer than a squirrel. Please, subscribe for more videos just like this. And potentially, or not potentially, if you know anybody that's going to go for Ozempic or gastric bypass, please send them this video. Please send them my stuff. I would help them for free. I would love to help them for free. I don't want them to go and get this surgery because they don't need it and they're going to regret it because this is a decision that's going to haunt them for the rest of their life. Okay? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.